MC, this is what you do.
You know what it is, man? It's your boy. Let me holla at you. Check it out.
Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Well, you know what? People asked for this fight, man. People asked for this fight. Hopefully you saw the fight on ESPN. Terence Crawford versus Julius Indongo. The man came out of nowhere, Cinderella man from Nambia or whatever. But people were crying for the fight. The fans, they were crying for it, man. They were crying for it. They were begging for it. They got it. I wanted to see Ndungu versus Sergey Lipinets, just to get his name out there, because we didn't even know who he was, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know who Terence Crawford is. We didn't know who he was. You could say he was lucky or whatever like that, Cinderella story, modern day Cinderella man or whatever. But, yeah, and then not only that, man, he got a lot of passes, man. Julius Indongo, he got a lot of passes. That was 3 exceptions in a row in the IBF. You know what I'm saying? He had to face his mandatory. He never faced his number 1 mandatory. And I know people say unification takes precedence, and the championship committee, they can do what they want, with the IBF and whatnot, and the WBO, it doesn't seem to care, it's and I say that, man, because them sanctioning fees were high, man. I think those sanctioning fees like 200 grand and stuff like that for this fight. Ndungu had to pay $100,000, and I think Crawford had to pay $100,000 sanctioning fees and whatnot. So yeah, man, but they, it was good, man. It was good. And Ndungu, he went on a good streak, man. He went on a good streak. Knocking out those champions and stuff like that, and he got a chance to face Terence Crawford, a guy he admired and everything, man. So yeah, I knew that was a red flag, man. I knew that was a red flag. As soon as he said, "Yeah, I watched Terence Crawford and I try to learn from him," I was like, oh, man, you got the student going against the master, and then, I was like, that's not going to work out, But here's the thing, man. Ndungu, he was very respectful. The weigh-in was kind of heat. I guess, they say it's kind of heated, man. I saw a little bit of the weigh-in, but at the end of the day, you can't help but be happy for Ndungu, man. You face like 3 champions in a row. You know what I'm saying? That's one hell of a that's a guy trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? That's a guy trying to make history. So you gotta give it out to Ndungu, for trying to make history, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do something nobody's done in a while, man. So, cause who he beat? He beat the Russian dude. He was a voluntary for that guy. Yeah, and the guy, he went to the bottom of the barrel, man, on the IBF rankings, number 15. There goes Julius Indongo, and Ndungu knocks this dude out like the first round. And then you got Ricky Burns, who's he just can't hold up against pressure fighters for some reason, man. Ricky Burns could box a little bit, but if you stay on top of him, man, that guy gets shell shocked, And then lucky for him, man, he got Terence Crawford, I guess. He got the best, man. He was taking out the best, and he got the best of the best at 140. He was saying, man, like it was the first time for him going first class. Like the whole experience was like unreal for him, for Ndungu, which I thought was like a little bit of a red flag too, him going into this fight. And I got a chance to talk to Chris Caban, man. This guy on EJ Boxing Live, man. We talked for a bit, and I was telling him, man, it's like I think Ndungu was gonna get knocked out in like 4 rounds, man. And within 4 rounds, I was like, man, he can't box. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this dude can't box, man. And then he agreed with me, man. But he picked 9. And we saw what happened, man. The dude got knocked out in 3. And a lot of people was like, juicing this guy up, Julius Indongo. And I was like, nah, I don't think so. I was like, he might as well just go ahead and fight Sergey Lipinets. Let's see what he can do. Because Sergey Lipinets, even though he's been fighting on ESPN and stuff like that, it looks like his last outing was kind of tough, though. But he's pretty smooth, man. He's a smooth operator. He can get his punches off, even though he got short arms and stuff like that. And, he's a good offensive fighter. Let's see what this guy can do. Let's see if it's not a fluke, But yeah, man, it was a chance for Terence Crawford and Julius Indongo to make history, to get an undisputed, champion at 140. So, and that's what the fans wanted. So we got to thank, Crawford and Julius Indongo for, try to make it happen. And I really do think that's why probably Julius he really can't say he was ducking Sergey Lipinets, because he had an opportunity to make history, and then he had an opportunity to make some money. That's a double whammy right there. You know what I'm saying? That's how can you not want that, man? You get a hit and you get a score. You know what I'm saying? And one night. And then somebody was saying, like, on ESPN, he got like a 7-figure payday and stuff like that. So, but yeah, man, Terence Crawford, he was focused, man. He didn't take Julius Indongo lightly. Some people thought he might do that, but nah, man, not Terence Crawford, man. You can even see it on the sit downs that he was serious, man. He was serious. He was focused, man. I like that thing he did with his jersey, where he had the 140 with the Nebraska jersey and stuff like that. He honored, his fellow statesmen and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it was good, man. Even the hype for the fight, it was decent, man. It was decent. I think somebody mentioned like could have been like more promotion or anything like that, but I mean, it was on ESPN. I don't know how much more promotion you can get, And then right after the fight, they did it on the sports highlights, the knockdown, and everything. So, but yeah, man, like I said, with the Richard Comey fight, man, the Richard Comey fight with Robert Easter and stuff like that, and some of these brothers, they come from Africa, man. Look, man, these guys got heart, man. These guys got heart, but the level the skill level of some of the guys they be facing, it ain't really all that hot, because they ain't got the facilities. They ain't got the fighters, to give them a different look and an experience and stuff like that, man. And you had this dude, man. What was his name? Conor McGregor talking about, oh, you come up where you from and stuff like that. Yeah, you come up where you from, but once you reach a certain level, you're going to have to advance yourself. You know what I'm saying? You even see it in those little kung fu movies, man. You ever watch a little kung fu movie? You might have a guy that have a teacher, and for a minute, and then he cast off to another teacher. It's like, the teacher's like, man, I teach you, I taught you enough, but, I'm going to have to send you off somewhere else to get some more training. Because this ain't enough, to beat the dude you going against, the guy you going against. You're going to have to learn, you're going to have to master 2 or 3 skills and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't ready yet, man. This ain't no joke. And that's what you got to do, man. And once you reach that certain level, once you become the king of your backyard, man, and you trying to venture out and go against other lions and stuff like that, you got to train in their backyard to get an understanding of how they approach, the game, you know what I'm saying? So any game you play, like basketball in America is different from basketball maybe somewhere else. Maybe they play the game just a little bit different, and you don't have a knowledge or understanding what their mindset is, or what their approach is, then you're gonna be caught off guard. And that's all I need is one shot, man. And that's in boxing, man. That's all you need is one shot, and it's out. You out, man. So anyway, regarding the fight, man, great fight. I agree with the commentators, man. Ndungu looked kind of tight and stuff like that. He looked kind of tight, but yeah, man, we can't say he hasn't been in a raucous crowd before, because I think he beat old boy, the Russian dude in Russia. Then he went to Scotland to face Ricky Burns. You know what I'm saying? He beat him in his backyard. Ricky Burns always has a good crowd. He packs the house in the backyard. And then I know the brothers from Nambia and stuff like that, so they people show up out there, you know what I'm saying? With all the noise and stuff like that, and the hoopla. So but then again, he wasn't going against Terence Crawford, so maybe he was shell shocked, man. Maybe he was shell shocked. But Terence Crawford came after him. I think he had him shook in the first round. He had him shook in the first round, but he finished him in the third, man. I'm gonna have to watch this fight again. Cause it was a good fight, man. He started going to the body when Ndungu started spinning out. Ndungu started trying to avoid that. What was that? The left hand? Yeah, avoid the left hand. He was spinning out and stuff like that. Terence Crawford was following up with that right hook to the body, and then all of a sudden, man, he started connecting with those body punches, man. It was like. You know what I'm saying? You could see it. First round, it looked like he was missing. And then second round, I think that's when he knocked Ndungu down in the second round. But anyway, in the third round, man, he put them punches together when Ndungu stood there and tried to trade. He went straight to the body, man. Man, those good body punches. And then Ndungu, he's just like, I'm out. He was like, I'm out. Now, I'm not sure if Ndungu could have got up, man. I think he could have got up. You know what I'm saying? I think Ndungu could have got up, but I don't think he wanted to get up, because he knew if he did, it was nothing but pain and a world of hurt. Look, staring him dead in the eye, man. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say this is because when he rolled, you saw how he rolled over, man. He didn't use both hands to clench his stomach or nothing like that. He used his left hand, his glove and stuff like that, to support his head when he rolled over. So you got to check that out, man. So that's some question, man. It's like, man, this dude could have got up, because he was consciously aware to and had enough wherewithal, to support his head. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he shouldn't, but the fact that he did, even though he's supposed to be in this excruciating pain, it's kind of like a telltale sign that he was ready to just lay down, go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But because you see other guys, they're like on the floor, they got their head on the canvas, they like gripping their gut. You saw De La Hoya and a few other guys. They weren't even thinking about supporting their head with their gloves, but Ndungu did. So that's a red flag to me, man. I'm like, man, this dude just laid down, but we ain't him. So, but yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll catch y'all later. All right, bye.